Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Family. Oh, man. Check this out. We are in the second day of the Karmelo Anthony motion for a new trial. And I will tell you, family, if the law holds up, if the law is followed, Karmelo Anthony is going to get a new trial. I was there, fam, when Karmelo Anthony's lawyers presented the case. And they had countless factual records of Austin Metcalf. They got right there on your right. And committing some of the most foul acts that a human being can commit. Family, I'm going to let Dude tell you everything that's going on first. I'm going to let this reporter speak his piece. And then I'll come back with my commentary. Leave yours, and I'll come back with mine.
Prosecutors and the defense in this case presented their case using a motion for a new trial hearing to expose the violent backgrounds of both Anthony and Austin Metcalf.
J.D. Miles has been in the courtroom all day, and he joins us now live with the latest. J.D., there is a lot to unpack here.
There was a private off-the-record agreement between attorneys for Karmelo Anthony and prosecutors to keep the sordid backgrounds of the killer and the victim out of the ear of the jury and the public, to focus solely on the murder trial and what happened under that tent at the Frisco High School track meet last year. But now there's in this motion for a new trial, the background reports are being released, and the defense is going first, releasing 20 pages now of Austin Metcalf's behavioral history. Karmelo Anthony was dressed in a suit and tie for this morning's hearing, which began with the defense arguing that efforts by the trial judge and prosecutors to combat threats and deal with disruptions actually prevented Anthony from getting an open and fair trial. But bombshell testimony came this afternoon from Anthony's trial attorney, Mike Howard, about Austin Metcalf's background report that was never presented to the jury. CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school, and in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest. During an argument in 2024 with another female student, Austin allegedly knocked her to the ground and punched her in the stomach. He was also kicked out of a football game and texted someone later, "I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids." At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, behind our bench was talking wild, Austin reportedly replied, "Kill that MF." During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024 revealed that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B-word and used profanity. He told a school official that he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth. In 2024, on at least 5 occasions, Austin saw a counselor regarding his anger and rage during a football game. In 2021, he got banned from attending basketball games for a season after yelling profanity at a player. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
Well, we understand that prosecutors, meanwhile, they do have a 75-page character dossier on Karmelo Anthony, which they promised to present as well. That document shows that on the morning of the stabbing, Anthony sent out a text saying he was, quote, low-key on the verge, and that his girlfriend went to their school principal to complain that he had been stalking her because she broke up with him. Of course, we'll keep you posted on all.
Okay, so right now, the girlfriend reporting that he was stalking her because she wanted to break up with him is a bold-faced lie. That's one of the things that really upset the parents as they listened to the prosecutor tell lie after lie. I mean, the dude was just blatant with lies. Some of the lies he told, you didn't even have to be there to know it was a lie because it just sounds like a lie, right? So let's get back to this guy, Austin Metcalf. Austin Metcalf was not who they tried to paint him to be. They tried to say that he was this all-American, good, wholesome kid who was just there for a track meet. And this guy, Karmelo Anthony, came there looking for trouble. And so he picked a fight with the biggest guy that was under the tent. And if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell to you in Fifth Ward. Say, family, this guy was a terror. Now listen, I was in that courtroom and I heard a whole list of things that were recorded on him. Much of it was his recordings. He actually had like dozens of recordings. So he's one of those dudes who like to commit crimes and record himself committing the crimes. So he got himself actually on camera smacking people, using the N-word, being a menace. He was a menace, him and his brother. And I'm going to speak to that in the next video about him and his brother. But this dude, Austin Metcalf, was not some innocent spectator at that track meet. He was an instigator, which is what Karmelo tried to tell us from day one. This is what he was saying from day one. He came over here messing with me. He put his hands on me. Karmelo witnessed, according to reports, Karmelo witnessed him and his brother jump a guy at least once. He witnessed them beating up somebody. So this just sounds like some dudes who were never held accountable for their actions. And their actions finally caught up with them. They caught up with Austin because he was murdered. They caught up with Hunter because he allegedly initiated. He was the one who accosted Karmelo first. So then after everything go down, it appears that he tried to distance himself from initiating the contact. Austin Metcalf, the things that they said this dude did, I think it was like 50 different items, fam. Much of it he recorded on his phone, text messages and videos. He run around here talking about KKK, hell to Hitler, kill all blacks. So he got his racial slurs going on. He bullying black folks. He bullying females. He bullying males. He's bullying his friends. He's bullying his so-called enemies. He had basketball games, killed that mother. No respect for the law, no respect for authority, no respect for his classmates, his schoolmates, his neighbors. Called the teacher a B. Banned from Man, do you know how bad you got to be to get banned from a basketball game as a student? High schools need student participation. They welcome that. They don't want to ban a student from coming to the games. They banned him from coming to the games because he did not know how to behave like a sensible, civil human being. Talked about bringing guns to school. This dude literally could have been the next school shooter. He threatened to slap his daddy. When he threatened to slap his daddy dropped his head and he kind of like did this here. I'm watching it. I'm in the courtroom now. I'm watching it. I'm sitting right behind. I'm sitting directly behind Karmelo's parents. Good people. Decent people. Unlike at least one of the persons or one of the people who raised this dude, Austin Metcalf. If you look at this dude and you follow his actions, you will realize that the apple don't fall far from the tree. His daddy is uncivilized. You saw it in that racist diatribe that he went on. He went crazy. Black people, this, that, called Karmelo a watermelon felon. If anybody should have been a felon by now, it should have been Austin. And I'm sure he's done some stuff that could have possibly warranted a felony, but because of his connections and his skin color, he was spared. These dudes were terrors. They terrorized the community they lived in. They terrorized the school. Look at how many times they've been disciplined. Suspended 8 times. I think they said they got suspended 8 times within like 3 or 4 years. 8 suspensions. I didn't even get suspended that many times. And all my suspensions were just pretty much fight. But I didn't start one fight. I didn't start, not one of the fights did I start. But still, just by comparison, the most times I've ever been suspended in a 4-year period was maybe 3 times. Maybe 3 times. 8 times, come on, fam. That's excessive. Yeah, that's over the top. If none of the things I said impresses you enough to say that this Austin Metcalf dude was a bad dude and he probably did start the fight, he probably was looked at as a danger to Karmelo. The dude punched his own mama in the face. The dude on the right punched his own mama in the face. And I'd imagine that he had a similar facial expression, but perhaps saying some different words as he have right there now on that screen. I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. Death of a young person is tragic. But y'all know, if it's anybody else, normally y'all say he got what he deserved because he did this or he did that. If somebody go out there and rob somebody and they get killed, it don't matter what age they are. Y'all say, well, you know, he shouldn't have been robbing people, shouldn't have been doing this, shouldn't have been that. Hey, man, keep your hands to yourself. How many times we got to say that? Keep your hands to yourself. This dude was pushing it. Him and his brother, they was pushing it for a long time. The dude hit his mama his mama. What can we do in society for somebody who punch on their mama? If he would punch his own mama in the face, imagine what he would do to anybody else in society. His mama don't even really seem like a bad person. The only thing I can think of that she really did bad was link up with their daddy and marry him. Like so many of them do. They marry these uncivilized mutts and they procreate and they create more uncivilized mutts. That's the truth. That is the truth. So at some point, the women have to take responsibility for the role they play in creating these monsters. No more talk.